Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Amy and today I'm just going to do an easygoing video. It's gross out here, it's snowy, it's supposed to turn to freezing rain, just what you want to hear, right? Anyway, school wasn't canceled, but I kept my son home from school because maybe it was last week, it was really gross out and it was snowy all day, and school wasn't canceled here, but it was canceled elsewhere, so I took him to school, and today I was just not having it. I didn't sleep very well last night, and I'll be 35 weeks pregnant on Thursday, so in 2 days. So I'm 34 weeks and 5 days. And so for those of you who don't know, my son will be 10 in August, so there's an age gap between these two. This one's a girl, he's a boy. And except for heartburn in the end and like really terrible cankles, I really didn't have any issue. I mean, mind you, I was 25 when I had him. I'm 34 now, so it's like pretty much almost a 10-year age gap, and it is quite different. I mean, I'm not in horrible shape. Was I in the best shape I could have been in when I got pregnant? No. But I'm a nurse and a mom, and I do exercise, but I'm not a gym rat by any means. Like, there have been times in my life where I was like obsessed with it, but you know, actually I was just getting into working out, so I had a missed miscarriage in end of April, May, and I had a D&C, and I was like fitness galore, like losing weight, and then I found out I was pregnant again the end of June. So I had I found out, was it in end of February? Beginning of March I found out I was pregnant, and then the D&C was early May, and then my checkup with my doctor was end of May, and we got the go ahead that everything was fine down there, and I was pregnant by June 29th. So I feel like I've been pregnant for a very long time. I'm like an elephant. Not that I'm complaining, because we're really blessed to have a quick turnaround after that horrific event, but I feel short of breath even talking. I'm all belly. I gained I think 80 pounds with my first son, with my son, and I mean, I had a huge belly. I don't have horrific stretch marks from it, but it's all belly, and I have my breasts have grown, and I've forgotten what it's like near the end to carry around this much weight. So I guess just to talk about a few things near the end of you're coming to the final stretch of your pregnancy, and it's easier to do things in spurts. I had terrible back pain this pregnancy, and the only thing I find that really helps is lying down. If I do a little bit, that's fine. My ankles will get swollen, and if I do too much, if I was to do too much, my back by the nighttime is just aching. I'll get terrible Charlie horses. My hips will get sore. I don't have any gestational diabetes, no problems with my blood pressure, so that's awesome. I didn't have any bladder infections this pregnancy, which is shocking to me, because that's how I found out I was pregnant with my son, and I had a few of them elsewhere. The next appointment I have is Tuesday, January 30th, and my OBGYN is going to do an ultrasound to see the baby's position, and how much amniotic fluid is there, just because not my last appointment, my appointment before that, she was breech. And then the OBGYN didn't check me, but the nurse did, And not that I don't trust nurses, I am a nurse, but she wasn't 100% sure. She thought she was head down now, but she wasn't 100% sure. So they're just going to do an ultrasound and then like discuss options. So I hope she is head down then, because, you know, eventually they can't flip flop like they've been doing. And so like they can do external movements to get her head down, which can be uncomfortable. Or, I mean, if she stays that way, then she'll have to come out via C-section, and I really don't want that. Which is funny because when I was pregnant with my son, I was like, I'm not pushing. They're going to have to cut me open to get him out. Like, I can't do it. Like, there's just no thought. Like, I was just, like, scared to death of pushing. And then now that I look back to it, I'm like, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And I don't want a C-section. Like, I don't want a surgery and, like, be cut open and have that, like, recovery time. So anyway, short of breath. Like, my ankles aren't, like, too badly swollen right now, which is awesome. I have terrible, terrible heartburn. And, like, I'll have Tums or milk or, like, ice cream sometimes. Like, it depends. Now, some of it is caused by myself because I just can't say no to some, like, salsa or, like, certain foods. Like, some pastas. Not all the time. But, like, the other day I made chicken chili and, well, it's really jalapeno popper chili. And, I can't pass it. I use it with, like, my Tostitos to dip it in, and it's so good. So I did that one to myself. Anyway, I've been eating a lot of ice chips. I mean, I'm usually a cold person. Like, I have freezing hands. And this time, I'm, like, dying of heat. So there's at least a difference because, I mean, I had my son when it was, like, dead heat of summer. And I'm wearing around flip-flops and dresses and just, like, which the dresses, I will say, were comfortable. And so were the flip-flops. But you're dying of heat. You can't cool down. And here it's nice and cool, but you still are on fire. And for whatever reason, the ice chips, I've just been craving. I haven't gained a ton of weight. Like, actually, at my last appointment, I had lost a couple of ounces. So, but anyway, my bag's packed. The baby's bag's packed. I just ordered a canopy from Covered in Love. Or Covered in Love, off Etsy. I know there's a few different options, but I love Erin Williams and I watch her, like, obsessively. Just because I like to tell it like it is. Like, you don't get expensive stuff just to get expensive stuff. You get, like, good stuff and quality, and you don't mind paying the money, and I'm all about that. Like, I don't mind. I have some expensive things, but I mean, I like some cheap things too. You know, you gotta, like, outweigh the good and the bad. Anyway, she had gotten a car seat cover that I loved, from Thread Me Not, and there was, like, two I really liked, but they were, like, the shipping to Canada was, like, $32.27, and one of them was, with the embroidery, was, like, I think $122, and then the other one was, I can't remember. Anyway, the total was going to be like $154 and some change, and the, like, other one was like $141. So anyway, I just looked at different embroidery covers, and this one was a glitter and did embroidery, and the shipping was like $19, which is still a lot, but not like not $32.27 plus having an more expensive canopy. Like, it was under $100 to get it with embroidery and shipped. So, shout out to them. The baby's bag's ready. The crib is ready. Like, the stroller's washed. Our Mamaroo is ready. Like, I went to town washing and getting the things ready because I'd rather them all ready and, like, not need them than not be ready. If you want to go on my Instagram, I think my Instagram name is Amy EFRN. You can, like, look at, like, lots of different things that I had purchased. I had a previous video on, like, a bunch of things I've purchased or gotten from a shower gift or gotten with gift cards we got for the shower. But yeah, so I mean, we're getting there. I just wish I didn't feel like huge. So here's my belly. So like it's pretty round. Like this is it. I'm not like standing up because and my bed is not made, so you'll have to excuse that. But priorities. The face is all I got to today, this morning. That's all I thought. Like this is Dave's sweater and like whatever's going on here. I have like really curly thick hair, but so this is the belly. Like the side view. It's got lots of veins in it. I have a linea nigra and no belly button. It's literally not even there. Like, look at that. So this is from, for those of you who ever had your belly button pierced, this was the top and this was the bottom. So it's literally stretched. The line goes all the way up. Like, it's smooth. She's not really moving. So, all belly. All belly. You know, I long to lie on my stomach. Like, that's literally, so Dave was like lying in bed with me the other night and he was lying on his stomach watching TV and he was like, don't you wish I could just do that? And I was just like, forget you. Like, he was only teasing and I was just like, really? Was that necessary? But he's good to help. Like last night I was dying for honey garlic boneless wings and he went and got me some. So he's like, your cravings haven't been bad at all. Like I haven't had to go to the grocery store at 3 a.m. at all. I was like, actually, I think the only time you ever had to go was I had really bad heartburn and I made him go get some ice cream and it was like I think 10:30 at night was basically it. Otherwise, I really haven't had a ton of junk food cravings at all. My breasts remain tender, especially if I have a bra on all day. My nipples are dark, and so if you have a lot of pigment in your skin, I do find different areas. Like I have like a dark spot here. There's another one like right here. I don't know if you can see it right there. And you can see this one's right here. And they only came out like with this pregnancy. And the line came out like much later than my first one did. And it's not as dark as my son's was. But I mean, it's there. So it's just dependent on like the pigment in your skin. A couple of weeks ago we were home. So like January for Christmas, basically, and New Year's. And on the way back, I got really nauseated on the drive home. So I haven't had to take Diaclectin since then. But then I hadn't had to take Diaclectin since like under 15 weeks. So I don't know. I do find it hard. Like we were cleaning a little bit and he bought me an iRoomba for Christmas so I wouldn't have to vacuum. Because he's a smart man. And, you know, he was cleaning and he thinks I'm obsessive, like OCD for cleaning. So, of course, being pregnant doesn't help that at all, especially when you're nesting. But I can only do so much. Oh, she's moving now. I can only do so much. And then I have to take a break. And I don't do anything heavy like he does that. My fingers are swollen. I know they don't look that bad, but like if we were walking somewhere, they get all like red and like pink, like a Raynaud's syndrome. So for those of you who don't know, it's just like a syndrome like you can get in, you know, just mainly in like your extremities. But they tingle and my feet will tingle and my ankles get terribly swollen. And I know why, because if you're sitting, like your belly, if it's as big as mine, is like cutting off your circulation. It's not as great. So comfort wise, I do tend to like, I'll do a few little things and then I'll lie down. I'll do a few little things and I'll lie down. And you just have to do what you can do. Everybody's pregnancy is different and everybody's, I'm like slinking down here in the bed. bodies are different. And I'm not saying like if you are a lifter and a person that works out all the time and you're still going hard at it, but I couldn't. I had complications in the beginning for this one, and I just found like they happen anytime I did anything sort of like overly strenuous. But I didn't gain a bunch of weight, so there's that. But besides the heartburn and the back pain, I think that's my my two top issues. And like last night, I couldn't sleep. I've been having like vivid dreams again lately, and last night, I mean, that wasn't an issue. But I woke up at 3 because I had terrible heartburn. I took a Tums, I drank some milk, and I just couldn't get back to sleep then. And I was up till 6:30, then I was tired, and I went back to bed. I try not to lay in bed if, like in the night, if I can't sleep, I'll get up and do stuff, just because it takes my mind off it, and like, there's nothing more annoying than lying in bed at night when there's somebody actually sleeping next to you, and they can sleep. And I don't want to keep him up because he had to work today. But otherwise, you know, countdown is on. I think I'm going to go earlier, like the end of February, even though March 1st is my actual due date. She's measuring a little bit ahead. Like, she doesn't continually grow. She's basically measured a little bit ahead this whole time. But they're still going with March 1st. But my grandmother's had 14 kids, and she don't think I'm going to go to March 1st either. Excuse me. And, sorry about that. Everything's loose when you're pregnant. And she doesn't think I'm going to go till March 1st either. And I trust her judgment because she's had 14 kids. Anyway, that's my almost 35 week update on this pregnancy. I hope you all feel well, all you mamas out there. You can click to subscribe on my channel, and I will see you in my next video. I hope you all have a better weather day than we're having here in Nova Scotia. Bye!